You are not powerless because you've run out of practical things to do. Okay? S- Think about that statement. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, hey. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, I'm Rosemary Onion Knight. I am the Prosperity Minister. I'm business coach for ambitious spiritual people determined to manifest at least 5 to 10K each and every month whilst living luxuriously in your purpose. I help you leave behind the pain, the limiting beliefs of the past so that you can rise victorious in your true design life. Your true design is a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love drenched life. If you will claim it. Okay. So, what I teach you to do is to combine both practical action with spiritual principles, strategic spiritual principles to create real world results quite predictably. Okay. So, step one, to understand more about what I do is to get a copy of my book, The Money Manifestation Mastery and Strategic Divine Guidance book. Okay. It is for ambitious spiritual people who want to use their gifts, skills, spiritual wisdom, expertise, life experience to manifest money and resources and to live in your purpose. Yeah. Okay. So you message me the word book or go see the link in my bio. Now, we're starting as always with a divine download. And just for if you're just watching this for the first time, a divine download is a message. I sit down with the divine each morning, each business day morning, and ask the divine for a message for my paying community, the Deliberate Millionaire Gathering. I share that with the community, and I'm sharing some of the previous ones from previous years with you. So the divine download for today that we're looking at today is this. You do have all the choices. You do have a say in what happens next in your life. It does not feel that way at the moment because you have lulled yourself into a passive state where you wait for a miracle. You also think that the work is only practical. And so when you run out of practical things to do, you keep on waiting for a miracle or you admit defeat. The work can also be what you consider to be internal. In truth, your ability to wield love energy or wield my love energy is more potent than any practical action you can take. This is not to say that the practical action is not required. Together, the work becomes complete. When you arrive at the end of what you believe you can do physically, do not stop doing the internal work of focusing your energy on that which you have chosen to create. Take each opportunity to become more powerful. Take every opportunity to practice and become more potent. You are an unstoppable creator. Focus your energy on that which you desire. So that is the divine download. So the divine started by saying you do have all the choices, or somewhere in there. Yeah, it started actually by saying that. You do have all the choices. You do have a say in what happens next in your life. There's a tendency for ambitious spiritual people or spiritual people of any kind, or anybody really, to get tired, disappointed, frustrated when things don't quite work exactly the way they want them to. And so then they slip into two extremes. Either one extreme is, okay, just do more practical stuff, more strategy, more posts, more content, more put stuff out there. Come on, more networking, more pushing. The other extreme is, oh, I've done everything I can. Now I just need to wait for the divine to do something. But both of those extremes are traps, really. Okay, because yeah, the practical action matters, but also the it's not the whole work, is it? It's also the internal work as well. And yes, the divine does support you, but kind of waiting passively to be supported, waiting passively, and sometimes it's a really subtle thing where you, oh, I've prayed and I've done my affirmations and everything. Now I should just wait. And there's almost this please save the day feeling going on with you. And that is dangerous. That's a dangerous place to be. This idea that somehow the divine is coming to rescue you. No one is coming in the nicest possible way. So we're going to look at four ways to use your inner power to actually bring about real world change in your life instead of waiting passively for miracles. So are they ways or are they more considerations? So the first consideration is this. I've already said this. Stop waiting for rescue. Remember, you are the one with all the choices. Okay. And the divine does go on to say, it doesn't feel like you have choices at the moment because you've lulled yourself into a passive state where you're waiting for a miracle. And as I already said, that passive state is quite sneaky. It can sound as if you're just surrendering, or it can sound really noble. It can sound like you're just waiting on, you can make it sound really noble. I'm waiting on the divine, which can sound really spiritual and everything, or say things like, oh, if it's meant to be, it will come. If it's meant for me, it will just come. If the clients are meant to come, they will come. If the money is meant to appear, it will appear. I don't need to do anything more. I just need to have written out my affirmations. I need to have done my manifestation work, done any clearing, healing, blah 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 blah. Or if my purpose is real, then the divine will make it more obvious, or the right door will open, blah 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 blah. But that's not faith. It's not lying on the floor kind of waiting for someone to come and drag you but nobody can do that. Even the divine doesn't do that. Okay, it's not that divine is withholding anything from you. It's that you have to know your own power, and that's part of why you're actually here on this planet at this time. Part of it is to realize just how powerful you actually are. Yeah. So you have choices. Even when you get to the end of what you think you can do practically, I'm almost always convinced that, well, I do know that you can have done everything that you know to do. And because the idea isn't to start going off in some random crazy direction where taking immense action or taking massive action means doing every single thing on the planet. No, that's not the point here. The point is that you know the things that you need to do. Like, I like to call them like my daily musts. There's certain daily musts that I know I must do. And once I've done those, there are times when it feels like, okay, I've done everything I know to do. What's happening? Why is it not working in the way that I want it to? And this is when the divine is saying, you can still do the internal work. You can still focus your energy so that on what you're actually seeking to create. And you need to see that is work, although that's another consideration. But get out of this concept of I'm just waiting for the divine to come through. And because a lot of people then spend a lot of their time worrying about, what if it's never going to happen? What if I'm not good enough? What if nobody actually ever pays me anything? What if I never break through? What if it's all too late and it's never going to work? And so or surely if it was meant to be, the divine would have done something by now, which is a subtle way of blaming the divine for any results you do or do not have. But we need to take full ownership of the fact that you are the God of your life. You are the God of your life, partnered with the God of all life. You are powerful. You have all the choices. You have a say. You can choose what you focus on. You can choose what you keep rehearsing internally. You can choose what you visualize, what you speak, what you act on. But if you do not recognize those things as action, you'll think you're just wasting time. And it is another consideration. So maybe it's only three, but but I need you to understand, one, even when you get to the end of physical action, do not fall into this passive mindset that says the divine should have saved the day by now. Okay. It's very subtle. Notice when you're kind of sitting around feeling helpless, like I've done everything and nothing works for me. That is passivity. We do not want to continue wallowing in that kind of energy at all. Okay. Second consideration, let your intuitive vision and logical strategy work together. So your intuition and your logic and practical stuff, let them work together. Because there's the intuitive side of you, or I like to say feminine and masculine. There's the feminine side of you, the more intuitive side of you. It's quite visionary. It sees the completed vision, feels the desire, receives the insight from the divine, because it's almost like the closest thing that connects you to the divine, okay? And it sees the possibility before the physical reality can confirm it. But then there's the masculine side of you, the logical reasoning part of you that maps out the strategy, takes the next obvious step, organizes your time, creates the offer, sends the email, all of that practical stuff that needs to be done is done and orchestrated by the masculine, by the more intellectual side, the more logical side, all of that, the masculine. Okay? Now, a lot of people tend to split these two sides apart, which is why you end up with people stuck in jobs that they do not like, because ultimately, if you keep working hard, you'll get to a certain level, but that certain level could be enough for you, or for a lot of people, it is enough for them. Okay. But if you want to live luxuriously in your purpose, as in working your purpose, doing your purpose work, and making money whilst doing so, then you need to combine both your intellect and your intuition together. But the divine is saying, this is not to say that the practical action is not required. Together, the work becomes complete. This is both the inner work and the outer work. That's when the work becomes complete. That's the work that always works. Okay. So yes, you might be meant to help people do whatever, whatever it is that you would like to do. And so the logical part of you, because you see this vision, you see all the stuff that you want to do, you want to help people, you want to heal people, you want to whatever, you see that big vision of what you're called to do, the life you're meant to be living, the house you're supposed to be living in, blah, blah, blah. But then so that's your more feminine side, sees the big picture, sees the goal, sees the completed vision. But then there's the masculine side of you that sees that as well, and it has to support the feminine side by, okay, let's map it out. How are we going to actually turn it from something that you're just dreaming about into something that is real? But then there's still that internal work as well, where you're, which we'll carry on to talk about anyway. So just know that there's those two sides that must be working together, not one, not the other, together. Together. Okay. Number three consideration, or third consideration, is use your imagination as a superpower, not an escape. Okay, imagination isn't childish. I like to say this all the time. Imagination is a superpower. It's not just you pretending. It is one of the ways, and a very, very effective way, of focusing your energy. It's to me, it's like a direct connection to the divine reality. Because when we're trying to do the inner work, it's not the reason why we find the physical reality so easy to just do the practical stuff, because we're used to seeing the practical things, we touch them, we feel them, they feel real. But then when we come to looking at the divine reality, it doesn't feel real. Your imagination, when you recognize that your imagination is a superpower, you realize that everything you see in your imagination with focus, with deliberate intention, is a real thing. Okay, it's a real thing. So you imagining your flowing love into your, because I like to use my imagination in this way. You have a garden. The garden is your subconscious mind. In that subconscious mind, you see this. Well, in that subconscious mind, you plant seeds. Those seeds are the goals that you have, the vision you would like to bring to life. So every time you affirm a particular goal that you're choosing to see in the physical reality, you are planting that seed in the garden of your subconscious mind. And you can picture this. You can see the garden inside of you. You can see yourself planting those seeds. And then the nourishment for those seeds so that they grow is love energy. So it's like watering the seeds, watering the garden with love energy. So like a regular plant needs the sunlight and needs water. Now the sunlight, the water, it's all love energy. Picture that. And you're just going through your garden and nourishing all the seeds and everything, and you're expecting them to develop and grow and manifest the harvest. Because as they grow, you become more and more magnetic to their physical equivalent. And I want you to picture this scene happening within you. With focus, this is how you start to create. Is it the money that you're looking for? Plant those money seeds. Plant those money seeds. Literally, with your imagination, plant a money seed, and then flow love. What does love look like to you? Maybe it's white light, maybe it's purple light, maybe it's something else altogether. Flow that thing all over the garden. And this is my imagination, yeah, with the garden and the seeds and all of that. You don't have to use that. You can use something else. I sometimes use the throne room. I'm sitting on my throne with the divine, looking at the blank canvas in front of me, which I can put anything I like on it. And so again, that's another way I use my imagination to really focus in on what I'm choosing to create. Okay. And the more you do this, the more focus you give to this, the more you believe that, one, it's working, or that your imagination is a superpower, and then you use it deliberately, the more you accelerate the appearance of the thing that you're wanting. Okay. So don't just see it as, I'm just daydreaming, or it doesn't really mean anything. It does mean a lot. It means a lot. The divine says, in truth, your ability to wield my love energy is more potent than any practical action you can take. It is more potent than any practical action you can take, unless you are canceling it out by deciding that, oh, I'm just dreaming, I'm just daydreaming here. Oh, I don't think this makes any difference. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Okay? Divine also says, when you arrive at the end of what you believe you can do physically, do not stop doing the internal work of focusing your energy on that which you have chosen to create. So use your imagination. Focus on what you've chosen to create. See the completed vision within you. It's like when we say the love prayer at the end of these things, as we're saying it, flow love through your subconscious mind. That's where those seeds are planted. Okay? Stop with has it worked yet? Has it worked yet? Has it worked yet? It took a certain amount of time for your current life to manifest. expect to take a little bit of time as well for your deliberately designed life to manifest as well. Stop expecting everything to happen within 21 days. Some things will, absolutely, but some things will take a little bit more time. You need to really truly believe that this work you're doing, this internal work you're doing, this practical work you're doing, it is inevitable that you will succeed. Inevitable. So the only thing you don't always have complete control over, although you can speed it up by really focusing, is time. Okay? So enough with the, oh, I'll do it for a bit. Oh, let me look at the physical reality. Nothing's changed. I don't think this is working. I don't think it's ever going to work for me. Nonsense. Enough with doing that. You hold the vision until it manifests. Practice coming back to this deep idea inside of you that whatever I decree must come to pass. Whatever I decree must come to pass. So whether it's building your business and getting those clients in, stop changing your mind every 3 seconds. Stop changing your business every 3 seconds. Stop changing your strategy every 3 seconds. Stop reacting to the physical reality, because then you just keep getting more of what you're trying to avoid. Go within. See what you have decided to create. Write it out. Speak it. See it. Feel it. Really use that inner power to focus your energy. And deliberately see the divine love energy flooding through these seeds that you are planting. Oh, I have a fly in here. Okay? Because again, as the divine says, the ability to wield your love energy is more potent than any practical action you can take. Really, really start to really truly believe that. Okay? Take every opportunity to become more powerful. Take every opportunity to practice and become more potent. This is what the divine is saying. You are an unstoppable creator. Focus your energy on that which you desire. Okay? Okay, the fourth consideration, and I kind of already mentioned this, but see the inner work as action. Stop seeing the only practical action as real action, and inner work is just, well, if I have time, I'll fit it in. No, I don't actually think it's going to have an impact, but at least it'll make me feel good, right? It's not just about making it feel good. Yes, it will help keep your nervous system a little bit more stable. However, it is also the work. It is also the work. It's not just the practical, visible things that are the work. The work is also the writing of your affirmations, the speaking of your affirmations, the creating your vision board if you're a vision board kind of person, the spending time visualizing if you're that kind of a person. You don't have to do all of these things that I'm mentioning, but I'm just saying the praying, it is the work. It is action. It is action. It is action. I can't emphasize this enough, that even that is action. Never think that the only action, some people are thinking that when they're shouting about take massive action, they're only talking about practical action. You, as an ambitious spiritual person, cannot be taken in. You need to understand, because that's how people end up just doing a lot, working themselves into an early grave and still not quite getting where they want to go, because there's only so far that practical action alone can take you. Okay? So we do not want to be limited. So we must use all of ourselves, not just half of ourselves. Okay? We're going to do the inner work. We're going to do the external work. Okay, all of it, your thoughts, your emotions. These are tools. Your focus. These are tools. These are actions. I need you to understand that these are actions. Okay, so when people are talking about taking massive action, include in your mind, yes, even my internal stuff. It is massive action. It's all part of the action that I need to be taken. Okay, so those are 4 considerations here. Stop waiting for rescue. Remember, you are the one with all the choices. 2, do your intuition and your practical stuff together. Logical strategy and intuition together, not one or the other. Masculine and feminine together, not one or the other. Number 3, use imagination as a superpower. Don't just see it as some kind of I'm just daydreaming. No. And which then leads us to number 4, which is you need to understand that the inner work is also action. I'm not saying that we don't do both the external and the internal, but I am saying that it is also action. Okay? Together, the work becomes complete, the divine says. Practical action, internal action, together. Strategy and energy, together. Faith and movement, together. Okay? So on that note, if you want to understand this even better, then get a copy of my book, Money Manifestation Mastery and Strategic Divine Guidance. Message me the word book or go see the link in my bio. Let's end together by saying the love prayer together. Oh, even my computer is super hot. It's so hot up here. I must admit, it is crazy hot. Let's share this with you and then we'll make a start. Okay. Hands on heart. Your love dissolves all doubt. Your love dissolves all fear. Your love keeps me focused. Your love keeps me clear. Your love dissolves all guilt. Your love dissolves all shame. Your love keeps me focused. Your love keeps me in the game. Your love dissolves regret. Your love dissolves despair. Your love restores my hope, my peace, my joy. Your love restores my youth and my years. Your love dissolves resentment and envy. Your love dissolves hate and rage. Your love dissolves any bitter root within me. Your love rebuilds my faith, my self trust, and my faith. Your love flows freely through me right now, resolving, dissolving, evolving. Your love flows freely through me right now, harmonizing and adjusting. Your love flows freely through me right now, resolving, dissolving, evolving. Your love makes me magnetic to the desires of my heart. See those desires now. Flow love all over them. I feel your love propelling me forward into greater and greater financial prosperity right now. Money, wealth, riches are flooding into my life from everywhere and in great abundance with ease and with speed. Thank you. Okay. Until the next time, my lovelies, go forth and prosper. Much, much, much amazing, amazing love. Bye.